Hey there, I'm Shauna. Welcome to Setting the Sun, a 7-day, actually 7-night video series designed to help you calm and settle for bed. Okay, so today we're going to start with our feet. So let's pick a comfortable position. You can sit on a bolster, the floor, the chair, find a foot. And let's just give the foot a massage. And yeah, that's not necessarily a yoga technique, but it's a good sleep technique. Just give your foot a little massage. This is something you don't need to just do in this practice. It's something for sure if you're having trouble sleeping to do in bed is great. Pick a toe, pinch and hug. Let's say hug instead of pinch, and tug a little bit. And then go on to the next, give a little twisting hug, snap, pinch and snap. Next one, big toe too, a little bit of a hug. And then if you could feed your fingers between your toes, that can really help. If that's not possible tonight, you just do what you can. And then wiggle the foot around. And then let's just give it a good tap. Straighten out your right leg or just place it some way comfortably and go to the other foot. And start with a little love squeeze, massage, just pinch, kind of get ready to it's like you're checking in with the foot. How was your day? And then to the baby toe, pinch and squeeze, the toe beside, pinch and squeeze, next toe, pinch and squeeze. And continue to make your way up through the foot. Good. And then we'll put the fingers in, this foot's a little bit more sensitive today. So just notice that. And stretch the leg. Oh, did we do the left tap? A little left tap. Great. And then stretch your foot out. Maybe wiggle the toes. And then let's come right up to a standing position. Spread the toes and just find Tadasana for a moment. And maybe if you don't need to be close together, just a comfortable stance. Pelvis into neutral. Relax the shoulders away from the ears, lift up through the crown of the head, and then just simply close your eyes and do a little check-in when you stand and just notice what you're bringing into the end of day with you. And so sometimes when we stand, there's just a whole lot of fatigue. Other times there's actually quite a bit of vibration. Find your breath. Okay, and then a little shake up. Okay, from here, we're going to do some special footwork to help really calm and relax. This one, it comes from the Kayut method, one of my favorites. It's a little painful, but the results are worth it. So set up perhaps near a wall so that if you're challenged with balance, you can lean back, put your hands there, but it's not needed, so it's just for balance. Both feet tucked under your bolster or your pillow to start. Bring your right foot up onto the bolster and then curl the toes and stay. So honestly, this pose is best done for a long time, like 3 minutes, but that's probably going to use up a lot of our video. So we'll do it for about a minute or a little bit more, and then I'll leave you with the opportunity to pause the video if you want more. And here you can just tune into the sensations of the foot. The top of the foot holds a lot of meridian points. I think also possibly you're getting into some nerve endings. You can have your foot very steady or you can move it around a little. Not too much, so we're not trying to, we're just trying to relax. And then let's check that. Yeah, that's about a minute. So just switch. So now your toes are on the bolster and your heel reaches down. And again, so I've actually got it so that my elbows support me and I can tune into my breathing, and maybe there's a lot of sensation here. Okay, so that's not even a minute, still a little longer. It's good to keep the talking down and focus on the breath and body up when you're doing nighttime practice. You want to kind of calm the mental stimulation, help ground us into the body. That should be good. Tuck the right foot under the bolster. Feel how the foot connects to the floor, and then let's try the other side. So come onto the knuckles of the left. Just be kind with your application. So you want to have some pressure, but not so much that you feel any kind of stress. So interest, curiosity, yep. Pain, not so much. Feel the breath. Time goes slow in this pose, I gotta say. So I think we'll give it a couple more seconds. And then you can flip your foot, have your left toes on the bolster, your heel down, and just standing. So not only is this very relaxing for the feet, if you're somebody who has restless legs, especially at night, I've found that this footwork is phenomenal for counterbalancing the restless legs. So I don't know whether it's that you get the pain out early and then you can relax or what, but again, just maybe another full slow inhale and full slow exhale. And then you can keep your left foot where it is and use the wall for support here. Tuck your right foot up onto the bolster. So you've got 2 feet on the bolster. And then this is again why I like the wall. Helps you fold forward and then bring your hands onto the bolster. And whether you want your hips leaned into the wall or tuck your hips forward, whatever your body's going to allow, just start to literally hang out here. Okay, and then you can lift up and we're just going to carefully step out. You could do that while you're standing up, or you can bring your feet down first and then inhale. Come all the way up and just be steady. Sometimes there's a little bit of lightheadedness. Tune into the breath. Maybe you've already noticed a shift in your energy. A little bit calmer, a little bit quieter. From here, we're going to still use the bolster pillow, bend the knees, and come down to sit into a virasana. You can have your ankles on the bolster. Usually in this one, you might be able to sit between your feet, But you can take a block. For some reason I only have a tiny one, but use whatever height you need. And if Virasana just doesn't work, just pick any comfortable sitting position. Just take some breaths. Okay, and then let's actually do just a brief stretch. So press your hands away from you. Inhale, take the arms up, reach. Exhale, release the arms into a cactus. And turn your palms out. Just see about flexing the hands a little bit, tipping the hands a little bit towards the shoulders. And then turn your palms, tip your hands away. Straighten your arms. And then bring your arms down. Take a few breaths. And, well, no, not too many breaths. Come forward to hands and knees, and then we can take the bolster out. And just move it off to the side or out of the camera frame. Fingers spread, palms pressing. Inhale, come into a little cow, and exhale, cat. And just move through those two, loosening up the spine. So it's interesting that some of the same things we do to wake up, we do to cool down. And then you could move your hips into a little bit of a circle. Okay, and then take the toes together, the knees apart, sit the hips back down, and come to rest into child pose. Let the head rest onto the floor or tuck a block there. Really just rest. If you want, we still have a bolster. You can certainly put that under your chest. And start to tune into your exhale. Okay, and then walk your hands forward, come up to the hands and the knees, curl the toes under, press your hips back and lift up into downward dog. And just spread the palms. You can always substitute a wall stretch if downward dog isn't right tonight, but just bend your right knee deeply and massage your right toes against the floor. Then straighten the right leg, bend the left knee deeply. Do a couple of quicker ones. And then step your feet a comfortable wide distance and hold the downward dog. So press into your hands, press the outer hips back. From here, mindfully walk your hands back towards your feet. Come into Uttanasana again, the hanging forward bend. This time let's bring the legs a little bit straight, and actually a little trick, if your hands come right to the floor, you can step your feet onto your hands. If that doesn't work for you, you take your blocks or the floor and have your hands on the outside. You can even bend your knees, gives the wrists a little release. And then inhale, if the hands are under the feet, pull them out. Come up to hands and knees. Come up to hands and feet, bring your hands to your hips, bend your knees a little, and inhale, sit up. Straighten up. Stand for a little, feel the pull of gravity, feel yourself pulled towards the earth. Okay, and then let's settle down onto the ground. So here, I'm going to suggest a blanket for the head. And to get us ready for Shavasana, which will be coming, or it's not quite Shavasana, but our relaxation pose. Have your bolster handy. And then let's lie down on the back with the knees bent and the feet on the floor. And just let the back rest towards the earth. Have the sense that the feet also rest towards the earth. And just settled here. Arms can rest out to the side, or if it would be helpful, having the hands rest belly and heart. Again, this is a spectacular pose for calming, balancing, and connecting to the earth. You could definitely pause the video here, spend more time. We're going to move it into a Pavana Muktasana, so you could tuck your right leg in. And just hold for this practice. If you tend towards restless legs, you might want to stretch out through the heel and flex the toes. That can sometimes just add an extra je ne sais quoi, but otherwise you can also keep your foot relaxed. Okay, and then put the right foot down, and let's go to the left. Tuck the left knee in. Again, the foot can be relaxed, or you could go with the flexing. Okay, and then bring your right knee in as well. And I don't know if you can hear, there's a little music playing in the background. Hug the knees both in. Here, maybe rock a little bit back and forward. And then you might hug the knees tight. And then stretch the legs up, flex through the heels. And then bend the knees. Okay, so bend the knees, put the feet to the floor. Here you've got a choice. You could, if you want to do your breath work reclining, then I would recommend the equivalent of a chair Shavasana, rather than get out the chair, because I find at night the less extra effort the better. I would take 2 blocks and then stack the bolster on top, rest the calves on the bolster. For me, shorty, it works pretty well. It gives the calves a little bit of a rest and super relaxing. You could definitely grab a chair or some piece of furniture nearby and do your breath this way. I'm going to sit up, so that's the other alternative, is to choose a comfortable sitting position, and I'm going to choose Virasana for today's breath work and then into meditation. So I'm going to start this one with hands on the belly and just fill down into the belly. And then exhale, emptying the belly. And let's let the inhale be just what it is. So you don't even need to count today, but let's focus on slowing the exhale down. And if it's helpful to narrow the throat passage, that can be very calming, to have the breath run through that kind of ujjayi sound. And if you prefer not to have the hands on the belly, you just rest your hands onto the lap for sure. nice mantra to work with is instead of Om, but home. We'll do one more conscious breath. And then let go, let the breath flow naturally and shift into meditation. And for your meditation, if you like the mantra, you can use that mantra of home. Otherwise, let your focus simply be on the inhale, on the exhale, letting go of trying to control that. And instead, just getting yourself quiet. Tuning in. Just like you're waiting. Waiting in nature. So you're looking for a bird or taking in the beauty of a sunset. One of the benefits of putting in at least a short meditation practice before bed is it's an opportunity to kind of discharge not just the energy, the yoga helps a lot with the energy, but some of the thoughts and emotions of the day. And so you might find that you are a little bit more thinky or a little bit more restless, but it's actually great to get it out while you sit and not so much while you try to sleep. Each time you notice you've been pulled off into thought or feeling, come back, spend the time with the breath. I'm going to leave you here. You could stay meditating or resting as long as you like. Before I close, take a moment to just acknowledge something that happened in your day that you feel grateful for. And from there, namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a good sleep.